As we know, alcohol cravings can derail us. If you get a serious alcohol craving and you listen to it and you act on it, that could be the end of our journeys. And it's really alcohol cravings that can sneak up on us. They can sneak up on people years into the future where all of a sudden, out of nowhere, people want to drink alcohol. So today in this video, I'm going to break down 5 ways for you to defeat an alcohol craving instantly. Now, I just want to say, I'm not going to be telling you to go for a walk or drink water or do some stretching to get rid of an alcohol craving. These little tips and techniques, sure, they can be helpful, but what I want to do in this video is I want to get to the root cause of why alcohol cravings happen. Because then, when you're able to deal with the root cause, instead of just kind of masking the craving, well, that's when you can defeat them forever. So you guys are absolutely going to love this video. And just before we get into it, if you want to get access to a free video training that shows you how to control your drinking without AA or willpower or therapy or rehab or anything like that, please click the link in the description. There'll be a video training that you can watch that really shows you how to apply something called first principles thinking to get control of your drinking. So if you want to learn exactly how to get control, then please do click the link in the description. You'll put your name and email address in and the video will instantly start. And now back to the video. The first way for you to defeat an alcohol craving is to change the way that you view alcohol. Listen, this is the foundation of everything that I teach on this channel. This is the foundation of my sobriety. This is the foundation of everything. Why do I say you need to change your view of alcohol? Well, here's the thing. If you see alcohol as a beneficial thing that adds value to your life, and you don't see it as a poison, as a drug, as ethanol that does nothing for you, cravings are inevitable. They will happen. The reason why is because when you start to think about alcohol, which you will, you immediately associate all these good things with it, right? If you start thinking of somebody that drinks alcohol, looking relaxed, having a good time, and you start to associate pleasurable experiences from drinking alcohol, it's game over. And it happens fast. I have done this a million times, right? I have had so many alcohol cravings because I always thought that alcohol was going to add value to my life. I thought that going out with my friends and getting hammered was going to be fun. So of course, if my friends start drinking and I'm not drinking, of course I'm going to get a craving. And more times than not, I'm going to listen to it. But here's the thing. Once you've reframed how you view alcohol to see it as ethanol, to see it as poison that does nothing for you, all of a sudden, the cravings become less frequent, less in intensity, less in duration. And I'll be honest, this time that I stopped drinking alcohol 4 years ago, I have never had a craving. I know that sounds hard to believe, and I'm not saying that happens for everybody. I'm sure that there's people, even people that I've worked with, that may have experienced cravings at some point in their life. I'm not saying that that's some kind of guarantee. I have spent hundreds, if not thousands of hours studying alcohol and the effects that it has on us and working with people and so on. So I'm in a bit of a unique situation, but at the same time, I have changed my perspective on alcohol to see it as something that does nothing for me. So if I get a thought of drinking alcohol, I don't start associating it with pleasure like 99% of the adult population will do, or I should say 99% of drinkers will do. And the way that you change your view of alcohol is study. You read more, you invest the time, you invest resources into really figuring out what is alcohol, why do I drink it, what does it actually do for me? Because once you have fully done that, once you've done the research, you just start to see it as something that does nothing. So that's the foundation of everything. I've got a video training, like I said, in the description if you want to learn more about how to reframe the way you view alcohol. But I know for many of you, you've already done this. So what about the next step? What about number 2? Well, the second thing to do, and the second way for you to defeat an alcohol craving, is to really recognize that you are not giving anything up. There is nothing to give up. All you do when you stop drinking alcohol is you remove something that did nothing for you and you replace it with better health, better relationships, better energy, better clarity, happiness, more confidence, better spirituality, better connection to God. Just the list goes on and on and on and on and on. And why am I saying this? Why am I saying recognize you're giving nothing up? Because if you really believe that you have given something up, you will crave alcohol. And I told you I wasn't going to tell you to do some yoga and go for a walk, right? You need to recognize that there is nothing to give up. You're taking something away, you're putting it aside, and you're replacing it with a better life for yourself. And really, it's these key mindset shifts that make stopping drinking easy, that make cravings almost non-existent. And that is why I'm going over these points. Which leads me to the third thing. And it was kind of what I was describing before, but I want to make it as a separate point. But it's to really catch a craving at the thought. Right? This is how all cravings start. We get this idea of alcohol. This happens to me, right? I still think about drinking alcohol every so often. Very, very, very infrequently, but it will happen. However, rather than me thinking about alcohol and then thinking that I've made this giving this amazing thing up that was doing so much good for me in the world, rather than going this direction in my mind, which will become a craving without a doubt, right? If I go that direction in my mind, it's game over. And I will succumb to that craving, right? I'm not like superhuman or anything like that. If I go that direction in my mind, it's dangerous. However, what I do when I think about alcohol is I remind myself that, well, hang on, my life is a million times better. Like, I don't even need to think about this anymore. The problem is solved. It's in the past. I'm moving on. And when you're able to do this, it's like a superpower. You catch it at the thought, right? You get a thought about alcohol, and rather than feeling like you're missing out and you've given up this amazing thing, you just go the other direction in your mind and think, well, hang on, I don't do that anymore. What a great thing. And this takes a bit of practice. I mean, not everybody gets it first go, but I know that for every person that I've worked with, this works. Not only that, I know that I've shared this on the channel before, like this idea of going this direction in your mind. And if you've done this, let me know in the comment section. Let me know if this has worked for you, where you kind of switch the thought rather than let it snowball into a craving. Let me know in the comment section. It'd be awesome to hear from you guys. But anyway, back to number 4. So let's say that you've tried all of this stuff, the past 3 things, and you still get a craving, right? You still get that feeling, that desire to drink alcohol. Well, if you're in your first few weeks of stopping drinking, that can really happen, right? We can get these cravings. But anything after that, it's really just a psychological problem. Any kind of physical craving has kind of left the body and it's gone. But now it's really a mindset thing. And you've got to understand that they don't last forever. If you do get one, it will go away. And what will happen over time is they will happen less frequently. They will be less in duration. They'll be less in intensity. And if it happens, it happens. But it's why the first 3 points of this video, it's why I wanted to start with them, right? Because once you've got the right foundation to not drinking alcohol, the cravings, they're few and far between, if ever. But if you've done that work and you still get a craving, then this is when, going and kind of distracting yourself just for that period of time is a good idea. Going for the walk, going to do some stretching, going for a glass of water, going for a coffee at a coffee shop, just going out with your partner, whatever it is. If you've got the right foundation and you still get a craving, then sure, keeping yourself busy is not a bad idea. But the 5th thing, and the most important thing, is to stay committed, right? Stay committed to the journey that you've embarked on. If you've decided to remove alcohol from your life, you are doing one of the best things that you will ever do. So remind yourself, why are you doing this in the first place? Remind yourself, why did you stop drinking, right? Because I know that if you've stopped drinking, you want a better life for yourself. You're not just stopping drinking because it's trendy or, you've just kind of decided one day, yeah, all right, I'll give it a shot. No, you've stopped drinking because you want better relationships, you want better health, you want a better career, you want a better life for yourself. So remind yourself of why you were doing this. And just remember that it will pass. Stay committed, don't succumb to it, and have a great day.